promoting smaller channels, I called it.
Big up the frauditors, huh?
Like, big up the frauditors, as my good friend Ash calls them. It's no me, remember, after last night, guys.
I'll try not to call them frauditors today,
Yeah.
bro. We'll
But
stick with
Tim, what
auditing
it is,
and
right?
auditors.
I just told them the truth, Ash, right? It's no that they're frauditors or that. It's you're calling it out the way they're doing their audits. That's all it was. It wasn't
Yeah.
nothing about this person or that certain person. It wasn't personal.
Yeah, no, don't take nothing that I say personal.
But most people know that. They say that Ash is just doing that so he can get videos out just now because he's not allowed to put his own stuff up. That's, people know.
I am putting my own stuff up though.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Your own, you going out auditing is what I mean. At the end of the day.
Yeah, I've got my own background, my own overlay, I've got stickers, I've got banners.
Yeah,
It's my
you've got
content.
everything.
Yeah, yeah,
But you're going to teach me all that. You've sort of talked me through it,
yeah.
but I need you to do it when we're not actually live or something, so we can learn to do it. Because I'm going to do that thing you tell me is, was it £25 a month or something?
I pay 25 for StreamYard.
So, but is that the best deal to be on, like, or is there a dearer one that's better?
Yeah, you got obviously you don't like. I wouldn't recommend a more expensive stream for you, Tyrant. I think you'll be happy
Because
with the free
I
version
only
for
get
now.
maybe 150, 200 on views on a live anyway at the end of the day. But the
With
more I do, the obviously more people will start coming once they realise that you're doing it, eh?
you can stream it to other
Ah, you can
platforms
do
when you pay for a
Facebook and all
service.
that, eh? But
Yeah.
I'm no that forward yet, if you get me. I put on Facebook and that to tell people that this was coming on tonight. But I mean, we're only 1 minute in, and I'm looking for Hangman. Where are you, Hangman? This is about you, and you're not even here. I told you. I messaged you.
Well, as auditing the auditors, yeah,
Yeah.
let's not call him Hangman. Let's call him Martin Ellard.
Yeah, but I tell him I wouldn't tell him his name. I
But
don't know if
he's
people know
told,
his name.
yeah, but he's told everybody his name on his
Has he?
stream,
Right, right. That's
and
cool
and
then,
it's
because
yeah,
I
and it's
didn't
still
know,
up.
brother.
I wouldn't have told people if
I
auditors
think
wouldn't
he's
have
a good
known.
guy,
No.
by the way. I really like him.
Yeah, he's right. But I think what he's doing is he's trying to beat the AI algorithm with the shorts, right? And I think all right, he's trying. He's got a little hack here where he uploads, he'll delete them because he's not getting enough views on them.
So,
He'll repost them again. Right, notice to get some
is that
numbers
what
on
I'm
there.
best to do with my low ones then? Just delete them
Yeah, so if you
and
post
keep them
a
for a
few
later date.
shorts, yeah, I
And
think you should be
change
able to grow in
videos and
your
things
subscribe
like that.
count.
Guys, everybody's wrong. Ken, what? I know what's happened, by the way. You want me to tell you what's happened?
Yeah, go on.
I set it up for 6:30, right? And then when I went in after speaking to you, I changed it to 6. So people are going to be thinking it's 6:30, yeah?
Do you want me to show you live? Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't mind, mate, because you've got the people that'll
All right.
come because we're half an hour early, but we'll still be talking in half an hour when they come anyway, but you know what I mean?
Bear with us.
Just say the guys are live and we'll get it sorted. I think I messaged Martin and said 6:30, bro. Do you think we both can't agree,
Okay.
but once I wait till you're back, once you're back, I'll go and message him and tell him we're live. And like,
Yeah, we're good.
have you got him? No.
What's that?
No, his channel. Have you got him on Snapchat or that? No.
Who? Hangman?
Aye. Because I do. If you've no, I can go and do it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I haven't got his
Well,
channel
I've
link.
got him. I've got him. Are you going to be sitting there for a minute then if I go and just message him and tell him we're on?
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy, because I said 6:30 like an idiot for some reason. I don't know
Yeah,
why
well,
I've done
you're only half an hour early, Tyrant.
that. Me and you can chat for half an hour. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no drama.
And I've put up, I don't know if you've seen it on Facebook, a big thing about it, and it says 6:30 on it. I just wrote, we live now, bro. That'll do.
I've shared you on my community as well.
What I've done is I shared it on my Facebook and my Tyrant Searcher group, and they say 6:30. I know they do, bro. Because when I came in here, it said 6:30, and I changed it to 6. But that's not giving people any notice, because that was only 5 minutes to 6, wasn't it? So basically, they wouldn't have got the notifications,
Yeah, I got a notification for your live stream. I just checked the notifications, so I got one.
Yeah, well, I mean, but then the things I've got up say 6:30. But I mean, there's people starting to come in now. But we can hear chat about anything till then, If that's you, Hangman, click the link and come up, and we'll have a crack. You and Ash.
Big up
While
the
we're waiting,
ghosters.
because I've come in half an hour early.
Big up the ghosters.
If it's you, AL, you want to come up here chat, Mr. Auditor, for free? This is the guy I was telling you about, Ash. Watch Mr. Auditor for free. Mind I tell you, he had videos something like you were doing. That's him. Click that
Mr. Auditor, I've
link if
seen
you
his
want to come
channel.
up here chat, brother, because we're a wee bit early. So if you want to just come up here chat with us, just click the link on the top one there in Tyrant Searchers, and we'll get you up here and we'll have a wee chat for 10-15 minutes.
At
before
Tyrant
the rest of
Searcher
them come.
UK on Facebook as well.
At 6:30, it says, Are you reading it now, Ash?
What's that?
The one on Facebook. I've got it up there, but I think I said 6:30. I'm sure I did. I think that's what's happening.
6:30.
Or
Shall I have a look on your Facebook? Let me go. Let me share this onto your Facebook group. Yeah, let me share it onto your Facebook for you.
Put it on a Facebook group. I don't think you can actually just do it on my normal Facebook, but you can do it in the group because you're a mod. He's not got a mic, watch Mr. Order. He said you promoted him when he first started. And I'll tell you something, Mr. Order, right? Everybody's Ash is using the word frauder and that, right? Okay. It's no he's calling people frauders. He's just being brutally honest about what's happening in some of these videos, that's all. He doesn't hate auditors. The guy is an auditor.
I think I've got it in the Facebook group for you.
It's not. Did you say it's not, Ash? He must be doing something, Mr. Auditor. Yeah, he got me on a San Joaquin Valley Transparency. You back, brother? And I got 1,250 subscribers in a day. Watch Mr. Auditor 3 because of Ash getting his pal San Joaquin to put me on.
Yeah, so, I did shout out Mr. Auditor. He had a good channel. He still has a good channel.
He's saying, look, yes, Ash, you promoted me when I started. I have no mic to speak right now, or he would come up.
Big up Mr. Auditor. Watch him for free on YouTube.
We're actually going to promote a bit of the smaller channels tonight. We're going to be starting with Hangman audits when he comes up.
Nice. You're doing a good thing there, Tyrants, promoting the small channels.
I just think, I mean, I'm not a big channel myself, right? But if I can help anybody get over that 1,000, because you need it to go live. But he goes out his cell all the time, Ash. You know what I mean? If you're going out your cell and you can't go live, the cops can delete your video. But if you're live, they can't. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Yeah.
And you need that when
they wouldn't dare delete my footage.
I'm going out with Hangman on Friday. I've arranged to meet him.
Nice.
Yeah, 1K's ago, I'm going to ask accountability for all who's a friend of mine to promote him, and I think Ash is going to speak to his pal Sam Joaquin. We're going to try and get him up to 1,000 as quick as possible. Nice. Everybody needs that, guys. Mr. Auditor's got loads of subs though, hasn't he? He's on a few thousand. Aren't you? You're on a good 1,000, aren't you, Mr. Auditor? Somebody else is in that's no commenting. Give a comment who's in so we can know who's in so we can hear. shout out for you guys. Because obviously that forum's including me and you, Ash, and Mr. Odder, so there's somebody else. I'm
not many small channels out there now.
But see, in Scotland, Ash, there's only like 4 channels. That's the problem. And one of them, hi Vanda, my friend, how you doing, darling? Nice to see you. That's Vanda Koska. You know her, Ash?
In the Facebook group, yeah.
Yeah, she's in the Facebook group. She goes around a lot of the channels and that. She's a good supporter.
Nice.
You're no massive. You've only got 1,500, right? But look, I got 1,250 in a day, Mr. Odder, because Ash got me on Sam McKean. All you need is one good video. I had 90 subscribers and I got 28,000 views on a video. And Sam McKean got over 50,000 on the same video, didn't he, Ash? Because he added his wee bit. I told him he had, because I'm never in this for money, guys. I've never claimed a penny for day one.
Yeah, I'm not even monetized on YouTube.
You're not monetized. That well, you can be if you want, but you're not.
Yeah, but
you're doing your garden, are you, Vanda? Was listening while in garden. Oh, while in garden. I bet you've got a nice bottle of wine as well, and I'm on the coffee tonight. Usually when I'm on a live, I'm drinking. Ash says I'm not allowed to drink anymore.
You're on the Nescafe. You're on the good stuff.
Oh,
nice.
What a state was in the other night when I spoke to you, mate. Oh,
nice.
Did I tell you what I drunk that night?
Go on.
A litre of Morgan's and ginger ale, right? A whole litre. Then I drank a bottle of raspberry vodka, and then I drank a bottle of tequila, strawberry, but it's like a thick stuff. It's a cream. Oh man, it was lovely. And I'm not a big tequila drinker, like, but I drank all that myself, mate. Not that I paid for any, because my good friend, I'll no name her, you know her name, Ash, but I didn't like putting her name out because of her job and that. She treated me because I'd been doing better, and it was my son's birthday, and I was having a bad day and all this. You know, I told you about it. You know the track. But anyway, you don't drink alcohol, Vanda. Sorry, I don't know that.
Devil's juice.
Aye, I get you. I know why. I was speaking to a couple of guys that say in the street, Vanda, they know you, right? I'm not wanting to mention names. Well, they're no one just now, so I can. Mark, McGrory that stays across the road. He knows that guy, and he absolutely hates him. He said he'd done him before for someone else. It wasn't about that, but it was for someone else. But I've never seen him going about, but I've heard he's back staying here, like, I don't know for sure. But, I've been telling people all about him. I've been naming him and shaming him. It's not a subject that we talk about, Ash. That's why it's just something me and Vanda talk about, eh? So
aye.
She knows what I'm talking about, that's all. And she knows I care for her. She's a really nice woman, man, right? Since day one, right? Aye, Mark told me he's known you a long time, Vanda, and he really likes you. He does. He told me that. And he's a nice guy. I'm good pals with him now. Because I never spoke to anybody in this street, and I've got 3 friends now in this street. Because I'm a quiet guy. I keep myself to myself, Ash, eh? But I didn't mind talking online to people and that, because I mean, you know the crack. It's hard for us with the mental health and that as well, eh? Ken?
Yeah, it's tough sometimes.
But Vanda, you think about yourself and Bradley. You don't need to be going to jail. You know that yourself. So it wouldn't even be worth you doing anything. Honestly, you know enough people that would do anything you needed done. You don't need that. Bradley needs you there for him. You're a good mum to him, and tell him congratulations on the trophy and that the other day, dog. I've been waiting on police for 6 days. Yeah. See, I was saying this, I think it was you, Ash, the other night, or maybe it was you, Kay, last night. See, when the police didn't do nothing, when you phoned them and they didn't come out, right? I would never phone the police because they're not going to help me anyway, right? But you go to your MP and they make them. They make them. You don't need to thank me, Vanda. You know that. I'm going to need some recent photos if you can get a hold of them, and I'll put another video up about the same thing, showing him now, because he's obviously going to have changed a wee bit after all that time, eh? If you can get any photos, send them to me, Vanda, and I'll do that for you, dog. Yeah, you need to record them all, because I record every interaction with police, government officials now. If it's not the police, I don't usually put them up on my channel, because mine's is more about the police, eh? Or...
Know your rights, know the law, always film the police.
Yeah. At the end of the day, they'll try and tell you you're wrong, right? But you've got to understand, Article 10 of your human rights is freedom of press for us. It's number 1 in America, but we're number 10 here. It's your 10th amendment, or whatever you would call it. Is that an amendment we would call it?
What do you think about open carry in the UK if they ever did bring it in? Is that just asking for trouble, do you think?
I wouldn't be allowed to open carry. That's the problem because of my history. I wouldn't be allowed to get a gun.
The main reason why we're not allowed guns is because we are too stupid.
Yeah.
The
people that get guns, they get rigorous checks, but then look at him that done the Dunblane shooting.
Like, you wouldn't give an officer a gun, would you?
Do you know why he got that? That guy, Gordon, whatever his name is, that done the Dunblane shooting. Do you know why he got that gun? He was pals with... I know that, though. You can private message me later, Vanda. He was pals with Prince Charles and Jimmy Savile. Not a lot of people know that. And he done the is it the World's End murders, they call it, for Edinburgh pub, or is it Land's End? I think it's World's End. Two lasses got killed, right? And it taken them like 40 years to solve the crime. His DNA was on the rope all the time. Him and the other Alistair Sinclair's in the jail, but this Gordon was his brother-in-law. And here's something that not a lot of people know, right? Not at that time, but years before it. He was married to my granny's cousin. Him had done the Dunblane shootings. I never met him because I wasn't born, obviously, but he was married to my granny's cousin. And
so what happened in obviously I came across that video of the auditor going down putting flowers for that sergeant, obviously. But how do you actually get a gun inside of a cell, cuffed up, and then go on to commit a horrific crime?
He was searched. He was everything. They got the bullets. Now bullets are tiny compared to a foot-long gun. Come on.
I said to the police today, right? I said, look, there had to be an error somewhere.
There's a big error.
I said, could you? I said to them, right? Could you?
There's nobody getting in trouble for it. The police, the guys that searched them have already been cleared. That's because there's no accountability, Ash. That's what I hate about cops. Me and you couldn't smuggle a foot of gun in. Do you know what I mean? They were
saying about there had to be an error somewhere, right? When it came to searching this guy, all right, they do search pretty quick, right? And a pat down. But in situations like that, just take your time. You just need to take your time over that search.
Back, right? And he gets a foot-long gun out and shoots that sergeant 3 times.
He was cuffed, but the bullet actually shot off him
about that, Vanda, but yes, I know. I checked into that whole story. I watched the panorama of the lot. The guy was in a nervous breakdown and the cops killed him, mate.
Didn't the bullet backfire on him?
No, this is a different guy up here in Scotland.
Another one.
I did that story and I said 3 guys had died at the same police station. I don't know if you remember it, Ash.
Can't remember now.
This was the first guy that they killed him, right? They tried to say he had a weapon and all this, right? And videos had came out. People were filming through their windows, right? And the cops didn't know. The cops attacked him and stamped about him and choked him and jumped all over. And I'm talking a lot of cops. And they said that it was him that attacked them, but then these videos came out that it was them that attacked him, but nothing happened to them.
Talk about being attacked by the cops, bro. I got absolutely brutalised last night.
Guys, I've seen all the marks on Ash, right? I took some pictures for him, right? And I'm
no
lying.
I got a broken,
Ash is bruised. His body's all
ankle.
bruised. His arms are all swollen.
I nearly snapped my arm in two.
Fractured or broken.
I was cuffed for 30 hours.
5 people, Vanda. Wow. Yeah, aye. With no crime.
No crime. Yeah, no crime. I was cuffed for 30 hours. No crime. Police, nothing.
Sorry, Ash, just for 2 seconds. Is it? You're saying there's an inquiry still going on YouTube. Is it in Scotland, Vanda? It will be because you're here, right? Is it? It's not at that same station at Kirkcaldy.
What station's that?
Sorry, bro.
What station's that?
Well, Kirkcaldy. My first time when I done that, remember that big video where Sergeant does a walk of shame when you got McKinney put it on. That's the story I was telling at the start here.
Nice.
Oh, the Shecky Bayou inquiry. I get you, Vanda. Yeah. That's the story I was there telling, because a guy had died the day before, but it was the 3rd person in 7 years that had died basically in that police station. But I think Shecky Bayou was dead before he got there, but they're saying he died there. They're murdering people because of no accountability in Scotland. The only cops that wear body cam in Scotland are the gun cops. I've never seen another police officer wearing a body cam. Ever.
But even they can't be trusted.
Exactly.
To wear a body cam.
Well, look what's happening. We'll talk about the Met for a second. In 5 weeks, there was like 5 different officers that had done serious crimes. And we're going from rapes to murders to abductions. It's just, how do these guys get past the test? There's got to be more rigorous testing for these guys. And he had been, they murdered him. No body cams, and they still don't wear them in Fife, Vanda, right? I watched my video last night about the complaints procedure I put up, Ash, right, when I was on my end. And I've got an actual video of this officer with her phone out, videoing and taking pictures. I think I've already told you, Ash, right? And now I done a subject access request, and the inspector got back to me with her name. He said, but I checked her phone, there's nothing on it. Now, you can see her filming and pressing buttons to take pictures, etc. So how can they basically tell you there's nothing on it when you see them doing it? It's a joke, eh? There's just no accountability up here. The most of them in England wear body cams, bro.
So do you think that auditing is encouraging people to hold people account, or do you think auditing is about holding people to account? Oh, excuse me, I mean frauditing, not auditing.
Right. The reason I'm auditing, right, and see my court case, I'm not wanting any money, and I will make my lawyer tell them that. It's no money I want. I just want them to be wearing body cams so we can see what they're doing to people. Because if they're doing it without the body cams, right, and when people are filming them what they're doing to people, what are they? If they had body cams, I think they wouldn't be as bad. Because I'm telling you right now, and Vanda can back me here. See, the Scottish police are terrible, bro. They're absolutely shocking. Everybody says.
And if you think those cops out in America are badass, then you haven't met those in Scotland.
Guns in that. I get that.
But some of them also don't wear body cams.
Certain forces, because their chiefs obviously know. It starts at the top, right? If these cops are learning it, they've learned it for a guy that's been 20 years in the force before them. You know what I'm saying? So it goes back and back and back when there was no body cams back then. So they got away with everything. And now they're not going to be getting away. Alan Bryant, exactly. The story I told at Glenrothes the first time I went there as well. The guy has been missing for 13 years and they're trying to say there's no trace at all. How does that work? You know what I mean? He's seen coming out of a nightclub and he's last seen less than 0.3 miles from his home. but then they've never found him. A lot of people in the area know, you know, Vanda, probably what I know, what I've been told, but I can't report that because I speak to his dad and that, and they're still clinging to hope, you know what I mean? That he maybe ran off or something, but it's no. They found the body less than half a mile from his house in the woods, and everybody was thinking it was going to be him. It was another guy had been missing for 15 or 20 years. Humberside her body cam, but can turn. See, I think it's wrong, right? And the day in America, as you'll know yourself, right? They turn it off and silence the body cams when they're talking amongst themselves and that. They shouldn't be allowed to do that.
Oh yeah, do you know what though? The police like today said, "Oh yeah, I will only turn my body camera on when you're getting aggressive." Yeah, but you know that's like auditing. You don't want to see the good side.
See the thing?
You know what I mean?
You'll grow up too sweet. I wear my body cam every audit, right? Because I've got it.
You should be wearing it on every audit too.
I've got it on every audit, but I don't use it a lot to put up on film because when they get close to you, you're not seeing their face or nothing. You know how close they get to try and intimidate you.
Yeah.
But it's their case to try and attack you, basically. And they can't get that one off me because I've got it welded to a metal plate. So they can't take it off me. They would have to take the whole thing off me. Which would mean taking my clothes off in the street, which I'm not going to do. The father's a really nice man, Vanda, isn't he? I've spoke to the dad. I think he's Alan as well. I spoke to him a few times. I spoke to him before I put the story up, the first one I done. And that man is broken-hearted. You know what I mean? Imagine your son going missing 13 years and the cops are telling you, well, we're not hearing that and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Who's that, Ash?
Just having a cigarette.
Oh, you side light? I just heard a car horn, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You take advantage of you filming. Yeah. Well, I'll give you a laugh. I went to Dunfermline twice and I got arrested twice. The second time they turned my camera off and I was only like 1 yard inside the car park. I'd been inside the police station trying to get my phone back, Ash, for the first one, my phone and my body cams, right? And I was only 1 yard inside the car park and these two officers approached me and said, you need to leave because you're putting you're filming private cars. And then I was like, well, is that illegal? It can be. You're putting people in a state of fear and alarm. And I'm like, by doing illegal activity, how am I putting people in a state of fear and alarm? They can't make a lawful thing a crime, can they? They try it all the time. That's why I don't like speaking to cops. If you speak to them, they try and twist your words and create it. They try to create a crime. Oh, they're absolutely ridiculous, Vanda. Yeah, 100%. And to be honest, that time, the first time I got arrested, it was the women that were terrible. It was them that wanted me arrested because I actually said to them, I looked in the window. I didn't say I filmed in the window, but they twisted the words to me saying I filmed in the window. But there was a cop standing in the window. How am I going to film past them? You know what I mean? And
yeah, man.
See, in Scotland, I don't know if it's the same doing in England, Ash. They have to phone, like the Procurator Fiscal, we call them a PF, I don't know what you call them, to see if they can charge you and hold you, right? So, on that day, they would have known that I wasn't going to get charged with anything, right? But they released me on bail after 12 hours with 3 charges. They took me away to Livingston too, which is miles from Dunfermline. I don't know why. Maybe because it was the Dunfermline officers with the complainants, eh?
Is it just like the same over here, where the police stations are like proper filthy?
Oh aye, they're minging. It's a brick bed, and you get a mattress that's as thin as like a pillow, basically. It's crazy, bro. Absolutely crazy.
I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to your upcoming videos. You know, getting out, doing some audits, Tyrant, and watching them.
I'm waiting on you coming up for the holidays. What I'm waiting on. No, I'm going out on Friday with Hangman. I'm waiting on him coming in. He's wanting to go to the training centre at Tully Allen. Do you think that's a good place to go? Police training centre.
Yeah, look.
It's never been done as far as I know.
Yeah, get down there then, because
I'm gonna go and do that story I was telling you about the Luke Mitchell guys. He's been in jail for 18 years, right? With no evidence against him, right? And there's evidence against other people now, right? They put it on Netflix and they had to take it off after the first couple of days because they named the actual suspect. Now, if you've got a daughter, right, and somebody murders her, what would you speak to the police and tell them? I would. The family have never gave a statement to the police, not one of them. The family of the murdered lassie.
So I'm confused about a bit about fraud thing, Tyrant.
Right. Well, tell me what you need to know. You're the one that calls it fraud, and what do you mean you're confused?
Oh, I've planted it into look. It's a psychological thing that I've done, right?
Yeah.
And it's working.
Stop for 1 second. Just yeah, Vander, right? I made a complaint to the police complaints professional standards, right? And they're meant to reply within 56 days, right? Is a limit. And if you've not made your complaint to PERC within 3 months of the crime that you're alleging, they don't take your complaint, right? It took them 10 months to get back to me, Ash. With the professional standards of police. They made sure I couldn't go to PERC. They made sure I couldn't complain to the independent people.
We all know the complaint procedure's just pointless.
Yeah, because it's cops investigating cops. Right, you were going to say you're confused about this. Your words, you're confused about your own words. Come on. Tell me.
Yeah, we brutally, brutalized you basically, and it's like we admit to no wrongdoing. We've done nothing wrong. So
no,
your best bet is just going straight to a solicitor,
I'm using that one that Man in the High Castle used. I told you, mine.
Why
He's wanting to try and get the woman done the kidnapping because I asked if I was detained and she said no. And I said, well, this is no consensual. I don't want to talk to you. And then they opened the door and put their hands on me and pulled me out.
There can't be many action against the police solicitors up in Scotland.
Well, see, my pal that's a lawyer, he wouldn't do it, right? Because he's a criminal lawyer, but they all work for the same. They work with these guys every day. Think about it. But this guy that Man in the High Castle used is an expert. He had 5 arrests, and it was all put into one. And that lawyer won them all.
I wouldn't say auditing is about all right, it's good when it comes to numbers because you do pick numbers up when you get arrested.
But it's not
right?
about numbers for me because I've told you.
It's not also about getting arrested.
You didn't need to be arrested to get your rights violated. You just need the threat of arrest. If a cop says to you, if you don't do this, I'm going to arrest you, he's violating your rights if you've not committed a crime. It's as simple as that. You don't have to get arrested. But obviously it helps because even detained, if you've not committed a crime, a lawyer...
Arrest the police.
And we are the victim. What, right? How do you need a lawyer if you're the victim, Vander? Oh, right, about this. Have you got a lawyer? What kind of lawyer do you need? A criminal one or a family one? Because my friend's a lawyer to Perth and he would help you if you needed it. Sorry, Ash, what were you saying there?
Big up the frauditors.
Right, the frauditors. What are you confused about though?
So when you're out on like an audit,
right?
I get why they don't want to show ID.
Yeah, some of them.
But
depends who it is, isn't it?
If you take that one video from the other day that I watched, if you're not prepared to talk to the police, they have no other option but to use their powers.
So,
But I'm all
when I
I'm all
went,
for exercising your rights when it comes to silent and all that, right?
that's what I was going to try and do, but then nobody approached me. Remember, I told you
Mm.
that
But
one I done it.
it's the approach also. So if you're going to loiter
Thanks, Vanda. Thanks
around a
for
police
coming in, Doc.
station
Yeah.
and then you don't get any interaction, you don't hover around an hour later still trying to
I stayed
find
for 10
something.
minutes. I stayed for 10 minutes. See the video that I put up? That was the whole video, Ash. But
I
when I
haven't
went,
seen it yet.
see when I went away out the compound, I went away to get a bus, right? And an officer approached me. I think I told you, I've got it on body cam, like, and said, were you just round the back in the compound now? I said, yeah, I'm a journalist telling a story, independent journalist telling a story. He turned around and walked away. He didn't even ask another question, mate. I think they're getting used to it. Welcome, Anthony, my friend. How you doing? Moo to you too.
But I just want to point out, Tyrant, yeah, that what you're going to be seeing over the next year, I would say, from the police is they're going to start issuing community protection warnings and notices.
But it's hard in Scotland because I don't think they can do it unless they've got an actual crime that you're committing or suspect you're committing. Because filming, if you're just filming in public, they can't do that to you
all right,
here.
the police can be complainants of that when it comes to issuing a CPN.
In fact, there's a section 60, right, that my friend last night, Outlaw King, was telling us about, and there's loads of parts to it, right, and it's like what you're talking about, like an ASBO thing, right? It gives them the right to stop and search you.
You've got
in Scotland.
antisocial behaviour up in there, so you haven't. There's no such thing as a CBO in Scotland.
Well, this is it's not the same thing. It's like section 60, but there's like, let's say there's 20 parts here, right? So they've got 20 different bits here they can use to stop and search you. I never knew about it until last night, by the way. And I'm going to have to read up on it, because if they've got this that they can use to stop and search you, you need to know all these parts, because if they can just stop and search you, I never carry ID anyway or that, but you know what I mean. I didn't know they could do that. I thought the stop and search was gone, unless they had RAS, as we call it. But I don't know. Good vibes, good vibes. Anthony, appreciate you coming in, my friend. We're waiting on Hangman Audit's coming on, guys, and when he comes on, if anybody could subscribe to him, it'd be much appreciated, because we need to get him up to 1,000 as quick as possible, because he does a lot of this himself, and we need it. Anthony, are you my nephew by any chance?
It's all good promoting small channels, Tyrant, you know? Because they do need a push every now and then.
If that's my nephew. My nephew's a funny guy. He comes on and uses fake names and everything. And this guy's saying, good vibes, you got this. This is going to be my nephew, by the way. No, tell me what, I'm not a big channel myself, right? But you done it for me, Ash. Watch Mr. Auditor said you done the same for him, right? Once you get to that 1,000, you've got that safety net where you can go live if you're on your own. You know what I mean? And you need that, because they will abuse you and delete your video if they get a chance.
What the auditors should be doing is showing us these live streaming your audits. We want to see everything. We don't want to see the cut version.
Right, Anthony. I'm only joking, my friend. There's my friend. How you doing, UK? Put in by an inspector. We were looking at that last night, or a high-ranking officer, weren't we? But there's a lot of parts to it, Ash. It's a section 60, but it's got to be a high-ranking officer. It's like if there's a major crime going on, right? They can put this section 60 in if you're in that area to stop and search you to see if you've got weapons or if you're involved in that crime. That's what it was. But there's loads of different parts to it that they can use.
So I'm
Make sure
kind of
that's all up
guessing.
the top.
You know, we've got like farb gel. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
guessing it's the same in Scotland where you can still use that, and there's no offences committed if you were to.
What
I
did
don't
you
know
call
what
it?
is it. Is it the same rules over there than it is over here with it, when it comes to farb gel?
Farb? I'm not understanding that last word. What farb?
Farb gel. It's a criminal identifier spray. Highly recommend it.
Oh, like the sprays. Well, they've got
Yeah, it blows
sprays.
out like red mist, doesn't it?
Yeah. It colours you, doesn't it? So they can track who you are. If you can't get it off properly for days.
I look like a
Farb
tomato.
gel, that's it. Aye. That's what it is. UK's Transparency's just said it. But it's the same, yeah. But I know a lot of she's like the machines now where you get money, they would be machines, cash machines. If you break them open, it sprays that on you as well. That same kind of thing. And you can't wash it off for days. So they're just, I think it's green when it comes out of them.
You're not
You
gonna
end up
go.
colored
You're not
green,
gonna go
basically.
out when you're looking like that, though, are you? Let's be honest.
Well, you'd be hiding if you got the money anyway, wouldn't you? Not that any of us commit crimes, guys. Not anymore.
Pick up the auditors. Smash that like button for Tyrant Search
Yeah,
UK.
big up the auditors. I got them tell about last night, UK Transparency, the frauditor bit. We've had a chat today. And as I said to you last night, it's not that he hates auditors. He's just creating some content to do it. Using all the
If
crack.
what I'm doing is not gonna improve
You've been
you
brutally
guys,
honest.
I might as well just give up now because I thought we were all for change and trying to make change all for the
Look,
good.
at the end of the day, Ash, right? You are being brutally honest about certain things, right? But when you're getting these videos, they're not giving you all. There's bits cut out of it before you get it and that. And you're not getting the full story. They're only giving you what they want, if you know what I mean. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm also editing some of the footage.
You're editing some of it yourself. Or so you're taking all the good bits out and blaming them.
No, I leave all the good bits in, really. I tend to, what I do with my cuts and edits is I like to get straight into the interaction.
Right, well, I think you were there last night as well, UK Transparency on Gypsies. And, what's it? V, what's V's name again? Auditing V.
Auditing by V, yeah, he's right. I like him.
He was basically having a wee go at you, right? And I put into the comments, look, none of yous know. Ash picks an auditor once a month, and he sends at least £50 and more. And it wasn't for me to tell MD that, Ash, but I just wanted them to know that you're not against auditing.
Oh, 2 days ago, I actually donated another tenner to Joking Audits. So that's
so he
nearly
got
£70
65
in a week.
But
yeah, about
Ash, I didn't know
£65 in a
about
week.
this, and I found this out last night. You have to listen up to me here. Creating content is okay, but publishing addresses where children are is too much, Ash. Did you give somebody's address for those kids?
Look, I would never post somebody's address.
Well, UK Transparency seems to think that you done it, or somebody's told them this. I don't know.
No,
Did you see it? UK.
Never do that.
Normally, I watch every one of your videos, but that night I was drunk. I watched the first one, but I didn't get the second one because I was too drunk. So you weren't on Gypsies. It was Auditing by V was saying something about Ash, right? It wasn't in a go, but I told him straight, no, on your Twitter, Ash, UK Transparency seen it. Do you know what he's talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're on about, bro.
Right, I don't know. I've not seen it, but if the person's got a kid, I think we should maybe stop addresses and that, if you know what I mean. What if somebody smashes a window and the kid's in the living room and gets hit with a brick? Think about that.
Aye. That's one thing I would never do to any auditor out there. I would never, ever post anybody's home address.
I'm not saying you would. I'm just saying this is what was on your Twitter. No, not on your Twitter, Ash. Whose Twitter was it then?
It wouldn't have been on mine.
It says not on your Twitter, Ash.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have posted it on Twitter. Nothing like that. No.
I didn't get it because I'm on your Twitter account and that, and I've not seen it, but I'm not
No,
saying
all
it's
the
not
big up,
happening.
big up, big up the auditors because their addresses are safe with me.
Aye, of course. But I had to agree with Gypsy. Gypsy came out last night and said it was Ash. I seen it myself. You want to come up, UK? The link's at the top, the very first comment. Come on up and we'll talk about it, brother. I don't know the story you're talking about. I know you mentioned it last night, but I said Ash wasn't here, so I couldn't answer. Because I haven't seen this one that he's on about. It must have been that second one that I never watched, Ash. You've maybe put it in by mistake and no noticed that you put it in or something. Because it's saying that you put somebody's address in where children are. And to me, that's not like you. I'm not saying
that's not me.
As far as I know, it's not like you.
No, that's not me.
If somebody's done it on your account or one of your accounts.
I would never post. No, it's not me.
Here he's coming, right? He'll tell you the crack. You can turn your camera off if you want, brother. You're in.
Hey guys, you okay?
Good to see you, brother. Nice talking to you. Tell him then, because I mean, you tried to tell me last night, but I never knew nothing about it, bro.
He was on your Twitter. It was on your Twitter page, Ash. You posted Mr. AB knows. Does now
Oh, you're on about that? Yeah, fucking hell! I've not posted his home address
with his name and address.
Right. You did, so right, okay, big up. Right, no. Look, no, I'm not doxing when it's look. I am not doxing when that information, because we're going to talk about AB's conviction, which nobody and look, even the police advised me today. Yeah, get it out there, talk about it because it needs getting out. You need to expose AB for it. AB, this guy seems to know the law, right? He went to the court. He committed an offence. He filmed inside that courtroom, and he got punished for it. He found guilty.
And did you put the name and address?
So all I've done is copy and pasted that from Google to my Twitter. I'm not doxing nobody, right? When it's already out in the public domain.
But you wouldn't put names and addresses out, Sash. You know what I mean?
I don't care. I don't care. At the end of the day,
remember what you've done yourself, don't you think?
Look, I don't care. Like, big up the frauditors, yeah, because I don't care.
I can't be doing with somebody who knowingly puts.
See, like now, you fell out with UK Transparency, who's a good guy, man, and he liked you, Ash, and I didn't get that. I never seen this, right?
But yeah, what about the other frauditors doing exactly the same as what I've done to AB? You accept that? You know, you've not questioned that.
Well, I don't know who we're talking about apart from that, because I'm only hearing this now, who this was. I didn't even know you'd done a story on AB. There you go.
I'm going to.
But you've not put the story out. But
tomorrow it will be.
What have you done? Have you just copied and pasted article and put it on, and it's had his address on it or something like?
Yeah, it's already in the public domain. It's on Google.
If it's on Google, well, I mean, I don't agree with that because he has got kids, right? I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm meaning. But at the end of the day, my point of what UK Transparency is saying, right, is nothing against you, Ash, because you know me and you're fine, right? If it was your kid that was sitting in the living room and somebody put your address up, right, and somebody put a brick through the window and hit your kid, how would you feel?
Look, I'd like to see someone try.
It's not about that though, Ash. Sometimes you can't help things. And I didn't think UK Transparency was wanting to ever fall out with you, because he was last night he told me he liked you.
Well, have a little think. Have a little think. Maybe have a look, yeah? If you guys didn't come at me like a ton of bloody bricks, right, I wouldn't be auditing the auditors up a level.
But do you think UK Transparency was doing that to you? I don't think he was, bro.
So if we want to go on
Maybe there,
about,
but I'm on about beforehand.
but DJ Audits likes to put in privacy complaints, yeah? Exposing
Right.
the auditors has put up pictures of his house. I'm going to clip this as well and put that up too.
Oh, it was, then what happened on Gypsies last night? He named Marty Blackburrow as a audit HQ, saying he's working with coppers. Did I tell
He
you
is.
that, Ash? No.
He probably is, isn't he?
Well, I said, look, I know for a fact what you're saying is correct, because you know what me and you were talking about the other day, what the person told me. And I said to you, I've been told it's him and he's working with copper. And that's what Gypsy
Yeah, they
came
call
out
me the police informant.
with V. Aye. Well, Gypsy and V were talking about it last night, right? And the
Look,
cops.
all I do, Tyrant, is I post one video, I do one review on one video, right? I move on. I move on. I leave it. I move on. I'm not like the other creators where they then go, right, I don't like what you said in this video, right? We're going to then go back a bit, right? To then making 3 or 4 videos about me, 2 community posts, 3 community posts, right? Bang out of order.
He's willing to apologise to you, though. The
Shouldn't be doing that.
I'm not going to name
Yeah, you go on about me doxing people. What about the scumbags over there on the audit side doxing me? That, yeah, you're bigging them up.
The thing is, right?
You think that's acceptable?
But Ken, what? I'm going to be honest with you, Ash, right? See,
Let me tell you about this
take
fucking
light
timeline.
I don't know
Yeah,
why you
let's
are
tell
arguing
you
over
about this timeline that's coming, because it's coming,
it,
right? Yeah, it's coming for every single one of you auditors. It really is,
But
right?
it's not
Just
coming for
keep an
me.
eye on this timeline because it's coming.
Not coming for me.
Not so much you, Tyrant. You haven't done anything.
At the end of the day, right, all my history's out there. I tell them before I started what I've been, my crimes were, right? I've got nothing to hide, bro.
Why don't you search and Google my name and search my... Look, I ain't like you frauditors, right? I ain't got no criminal past.
I know that because you made me check it the other day, man.
You go find me on Google.
There was nothing about you.
You go find me pre-auditing on Google. I can guarantee you might find one. You won't find nothing.
You gave me your full name, your middle name, your date of birth, everything. No, he's not saying, basically, Anthony, he's not saying that, right? But you've got to understand, a lot of people are having a go at him before he's even putting these stories out. That's the thing, and Ash will always be an auditor. I don't care if
so when you've got like, let's say, a frauditor up on panel, right, revealing his name, right? Yeah. Then I'm gonna do some searching, okay, and get to know this guy and what's what, right?
Right.
So I've got a bit of information here from this auditor.
But do we want to put things out about people that aren't here to say anything? Hi, Miss Tyrant, love you.
I wouldn't say nothing on here. I'd do that over on mine, but
yeah, I know that, but
the timeline's coming.
Well, look, I know what's going on because I speak to you daily, right? But most of the time, when you're phoning me, it's checking on my mental health and that with what's been going on. You've been great for me, Ash. I can't say a bad word about you, right? But I didn't know that this address was put out, right? But if it was already in the public domain, I didn't understand why everybody would be kicking off if it was already in the public domain.
Yeah, I'll send you the link to it later.
Ash, there's my wife saying hi. Shout her out, Miss Tyrant. Can you even see it?
Miss Tyrant.
There you go. Thank you very much. Watch Mr. Auditor for free. Guys, if any of you have got something to say about what was just said, say it and we'll talk about it, guys. We're no... I mean, everybody's been going to Ash because I've seen the messages and all that, right? But when Ash puts a story out on them, he's getting so much backlash. But they're all going to go at him, guys. It's not just Ash. You've got to think about the way this thing works. You know what I mean? Miss Tyrant Searcher, watch Mr. Auditor for free saying hello, so send him a wee message or a thumbs up or something.
Am I upsetting a few people?
But you're never going to get on with everybody anyway, Ash. How many of the auditors actually get on? Think about it. Most of them hate each other.
This is the problem with you frauditors, yeah? You pick up on things, you talk about it all, chat shit, yeah? Just, I post and move on.
Yeah. My hang about it, Ash, right, is see in America, right, if an auditor gets arrested, right, there's 5 or 6 of them there to bail them out. And see in Britain, they didn't even go to the police station to complain when they're arresting people for no crimes. They don't stick together. That's what I don't like. Because I'm a loyal person, right? If somebody got arrested and I know for a fact I could get there, I'd be there. Simple. Because we're meant to be a community, but we're a community that nobody likes each other. You're lucky if 4 or 5 of the people like each other, you know what I mean? You can change some of them if you want, Ash. Yeah, Ken, that's going across the screen. The teamwork is very low here, Mr. Auditor, and I think a lot of the time people no go out and even make videos because there's no backup for them. There isn't. There definitely isn't. You know, Ash, yourself, right? You've got a lot of friends in America like me, right? And if somebody gets arrested, they're all making phone calls, doing live streams, raising money to get that person out of jail, aren't they?
Yeah, I've noticed with the American frauditors,
they don't like each other.
They do tend to stick to each other.
Why they don't do that here.
No, they weren't here.
It's like, basically, I'm not going to name certain people or that, right? But I like BBA, right? He's a good guy. He's always been good.
Yeah, BBA's sound.
Right?
He's a good lad. Yeah, I like his work.
And your pal that was just on, right? UK Transparency. They 2 guys are good guys, right? I know for a fact if BBA got arrested, UK would be there because they're that close. But up here in Scotland, there's only like 4 auditors. Nobody would be there for you at the end of the day. Or 4.
No, and it's like if you're going from one end of the country, it's quite a travel to Scotland.
But I would go down to England for them if they were needing it. I would do it, bro.
And just think of how far they travel in America.
Exactly. Some of them will travel 8 to 12 hours just to drive there to bail somebody out. They try and get people in the area, obviously. But if they've not got somebody in the area, you've got people that drive for 8 hours and that to get them out. It's crazy, man. I just don't understand why there's no loyalty in this community, because we're all meant to be in it for change. And it's just no happening. Let's be honest. It doesn't work. And you're right, Mr. Auditor. I've watched a few of your videos in the last few days, right? And I know that's why you and Ash get on, because you've done a few frauditer videos yourself. And it's not in a bad way. He's not cutting people up.
But let's be honest, it's not like I'm actually making videos and on people, you know, just to cause a bit of drama.
I know that's what it was, right? We talked, right? But if you don't, it's content creating, isn't it? That's what it's called.
Yeah. I am a content creator. I've been a content creator for a very long time.
I'm not a YouTuber or an auditor. That's why it doesn't say auditing in my name. I'm a content
so if you
creator.
Look at when I first came into the community, let's have a look and not forget on what side I was on.
I used to watch you, and I'm going back 10 years ago.
I wasn't on with the sort of auditor side. I didn't want to do that, right?
No, you were.
All I did,
Apple Store was the first one I watched you do. An Apple Store or something.
Apple Store, yeah. But all I do, Tyrant, is post a video. That's like you. If you post a video to YouTube, you can't help but if YouTube decide to put that in the audit niche, right? Because it's cop. Oh, he exercised his rights. You know, he's a frauditor. Yeah. You know, I'm not no frauditor. Because I went out and exercised my rights and held the police to account. That doesn't make me a frauditor.
But it's
right. So have a little think, right? Have a little think, right? Apparently, I'm an ex-frauditor, right? So if I'm an ex-frauditor, right, and not an auditor, you've answered your own question. You're all fucking frauditors.
In my eyes, you're always going to be an auditor. Because once you're an auditor, you can't change, Ash, because you believe in them rights. or you wouldn't be doing it for the start.
Well, you can switch sides and become
I'm not saying you can't
anti-auditing.
switch sides, but deep in your heart, you know that these cops are abusing people's rights. You know that. The ones that are getting caught anyway. But I watched the auditing by V one, right? And the only thing that you said about auditing V is he shouldn't have spoke to them because he done nothing
He
else
shouldn't
wrong.
have
And
spoke
you
to them.
said that. You said that in the video, and then you were getting backlash about it, right? But
I still believe what I said, which was that his arrest was probably authorized. I'm not 100% sure. I would like to see a bit more on it. You know, was it
cut.
authorized?
The
Wasn't it
video was
authorized?
cut, and then he said that he got drove back or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Down with different views or auditing. No, I get what you're saying. Big up, respect, my American friend. Wolverine Transparency's in the house, guys. Big up, Wolverine. Remember, Wolverine got arrested for when he was out with all his pals when they tell him he could leave, and then the cops chased him down on the motorway. They were all getting arrested for parking in they were trying to say it was private land, but it was actually public.
So they're trespassing then.
Yeah, basically. But they tell him to go, right? And he drove away, and then the same cops went, let's say 10 mile, I'll say. Wolverine will be able to tell us exactly. But 10 mile, and then they pulled him over, and the cop comes all smiling and laughing because he was the one that was speaking to him and then telling me go, and he's like, oh, I'll have to detain you now. And he's asking what crime, blah, 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 blah. And then they said they arrested them all, and it's the longest video ever been on YouTube. I think, is it 8 hours or something, Wolverine? They didn't turn the cameras off, and the cops and the security got caught conspiring against them all. Pirate band tyrants. Yeah. You caught them out with your video, though, isn't it? It's the longest video ever on YouTube that they never turned it off, and they eventually had to turn it off when I think their chief phoned them and said, everything you've been saying for the last 6 hours is on YouTube. They were caught back to rights saying they set them up and everything, man. So they blew it. They blew it. But there's a lot of good people. What I've been trying to say, Wolverine, right, is see if somebody gets arrested over in America, right, you guys will band together and get the money together, you'll go and bond them out. See, here in Britain, if somebody gets arrested, they won't even go to the police station and make a complaint. They won't even make a phone call, most of them.
But do you not get that back if then they don't...
If you go to court and prove you're innocent, you'll get your bond back.
Yeah, and you win.
I think
I'm guessing
anyway,
you would get your bond back, wouldn't you? So why are you then scamming all your subscribers to donating, right? But yet you wouldn't even give a penny back to them, right? When the case has been dropped. Yeah, well, some of these people donate hundreds of pounds to these fraudsters in America.
Knows, right?
Yeah, they don't give nothing back.
I'll tell you something about me that nobody knows except for the people that have done it, given it to you, right? I got an anonymous person. I know who it is, but I'm not going to say. The anonymous person gave me £500, and 5 subscribers got £100 each. Ash with me.
That's nice of you.
Because I've been able to claim money for over a year, and a bit, Mr. Auditor for free. Auditor for free's got to shoot. Good seeing you, brother. Thanks for coming in.
You need to understand what the viewers want. They don't want to see boring adverts on your videos. They don't want to see you loitering around a police station. They don't want this drone footage.
If
all they want in the audit
community, 10 minutes, I'm off. You want to come up and hear words, Wolverine? The link's at the very top, brother, right at the top of the comments. If you want to come up,
people just want to watch the interaction, don't they, Tyrant?
Yeah, that's the bit that they want.
I get why. I do get that. No, it is good footage. It really is good to watch.
But I thought the other day, right, with no getting interaction, I thought it wasn't going to be liked, but it's still getting decent views, mate. And it's because you've got to show the good with the bad. You can't just show bad all the time. There's my law and audits. The link's up the top, brother, if you want to, or you want to I'll nip into YouTube and put it down lower for them if you keep talking for a second, Ash.
Well, drop a little wee donation in the super chat there to Tyrant. You might get lucky.
I don't
He
think
might
I've
let
even
you up
turned
on
my
panel.
super chats on, brother. I've never done it, I think.
Have you not got your super chats on?
No, I didn't want money for MD.
Oh, well, stick them on, then I'll send you a donation.
Look, you don't have to, brother. You know the crack.
Just stick the super chat on, bro.
You're some boy, like.
I already donated like 65 to Joe King audits in the last week. Smash that like button as well for Tyrant. Don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe.
I've done it on I didn't want your money, Ash. It's not about money for me, bro. The only thing that the money does is helps you get to places to go and, you know what I mean, eh? If you're going out of town, like I'm going to meet, where is Hangman? There's Wilvie. You're in the house, Wilvie. How you doing, brother? Can you hear us? I don't think he's hearing us, is he? Are you hearing us, Wolverine?
We're not hearing him.
We're not hearing you, brother. See if your mic's on. Someone know. How do I sort that? Do I put him out and bring him back in? Ash.
Yeah.
How do I do that then? I just click on him and remove for the
just
stream.
Click on it.
Oh, wait a minute, unmute. It's me, it's got muted. Can you hear us now? Can't unmute your guest because he's chose to be muted or something. Because they chose to mute themselves. You've got your mic muted, brother. Will he hear us? No. I'm going to have to kick him out and he's going to have to come back in, eh?
Yeah,
Sorry,
it's the best way.
You'll just have to come back in, brother.
He's having audio issues.
Well on audits if you want to come up, brother. And I appreciate you sharing everything for me that you've been doing as well on audits. Thank you very much. Oh no, my social work pal for across the road's pulled up. I bet she's going to come in because I got a parcel for her today. Not that she'll say anything, because I'll just tell her I'm live. Come back in, Wolverine. We just couldn't hear you. You had your mic off, brother. Just come back in and we'll put you straight back in, bro. Yeah, but law and audits, I was saying before you came on, right? See in America, right? If somebody gets arrested, right, they all club together and get all the help, and people will travel hours if there's nobody near the area. But here with us lot, nobody will even phone up a police station and make a complaint if somebody gets arrested for nothing. You know what I mean? It's not right. It's just not right. If it was in Scotland, I would go anywhere, Ash, to help any of the Scottish guys, right? Because that's easy for me. But if it was in England and I could get there, I would go. I just think there's not enough people got each other's back, and a lot of them just don't like each other for some reason. Right, let's see if we can get Wilby in this time. You got your mic on, brother. You can turn your camera off. There you go. Can you hear us now?
I'm not a fisherman, so I know. What I wanted to do was just stay. I needed to get the cookies running in the background and get rid of the YouTube so I could stay on StreamYard. Sorry about that.
Right, no, not a problem, brother. You know that.
So, to me, she's letting her puppy. So, anyway, I just wanted to make a statement. Who is everybody?
Just come in. You didn't need to shut the door or that. Just come in, right?
Oh, I can barely hear you.
There's any kind I'm shouting your name.
Hello?
Right, guys, I'm back. Sorry, I was just
Okay,
telling
cool.
my neighbour I got a rascal for a
So I heard
I was
you guys
talking
talk about people that are
about
not
your arrest. Remember your arrest? I was talking about that.
Yeah. right.
That
The arrest.
when you were all, and it meant to be a private car park, but it was public. And they let
Yeah.
you go, didn't they? And then they chased you down.
Yes. Violated my First, Fourth, and 14th Amendments. Yeah. So
Yeah.
what I wanted to get to is 2 points. When these road pirates and tyrants, that's what they are to me.
They're money generators. It's as simple as the government.
What they
But they're
want.
not all tyrants, though, are they? Let's be honest. You're just
No.
you just purely hate the cops out in America.
No.
No, I don't. You'll never get me to hate a police officer. You'll never, ever. And see, that's why I'm at the bottom of the big boy list. All right, here in America, because
Brother,
nobody will get me
everything
to
I do in
hate
the chat,
anybody. I won't hate
you've
anybody.
always been honest.
So that's just flat out honesty. I can't stand bad cops, but a police officer saved my life. 13.2 thousand volts went through me and killed me, and it was a police officer that went way above the call of duty and saved my life. All right,
We disabled
but
you, though,
that
didn't
don't make him a fucking hero. That's number one. And it
But to
doesn't.
be honest with you, Wolverine, I've never actually watched your stuff, but obviously
I
I've
have.
seen a few First Amendment
You've been
auditors,
seen the one where he gets
and it's some
at
of
the
them
railway
get.
track as well. There's one. A big
It's
one
like
about
they
him at
start
the
off
railway track.
conversations by abusing, threatening cops. I mean, why?
But that's their First Amendment right to do that.
Are you asking
You
me
don't have that.
the actions of somebody else? Are you asking me to answer for the actions of
I'm
somebody
not
else?
asking you, obviously. No,
he's
I'm not asking you to answer
basically
that.
about your First Amendment rights is what he's asking, Wolverine.
Because that's not
what I
what
don't
my
quite understand.
behavior. That's not what my behavior
That's
as
not
a
what he's
constitutional
like.
journalist.
You need to
I'm a
watch.
constitutional journalist. I'm the real deal. All right.
He's
So long as
polite.
you're all in it for the right reasons, I'm all
He's
up for that.
polite. He's polite.
Well, whether you
Everybody
like
I've seen.
reasons why I'm in it or not makes no difference to me. Okay, it's my principles. Okay,
Yeah.
my principles are what
You want them to do their job
causes
properly.
me to be real. And when people
Like a good
exploit, you got to understand that everybody's a tyrant. Every one of us. We all have the good, the bad, the ugly in us.
Absolutely, yeah.
And here's what it comes down to. When you are paid by me and the rest of the woke community out here that is understanding the difference. I got a 3-year degree that tells me that I'm professional enough to understand the Michigan Vehicle Code. I understand that vehicle code is not written off of lawful punishments when they try to run that concurrent with a crime. A CI is not a fucking crime. A CI is a civil infraction. So if you're going to do it right, you can't even pull me over. Okay, for a civil infraction,
We call them acts,
should send
which isn't a law.
the ticket. Check this out, guys. You should send the ticket to my address and summons me like you should, like the Fourth Amendment says so, because you don't have a warrant to pull me over and seize me because I've committed no crime. See, if that is the big deal here, that is what's really going on. That is what people are really getting woke on. But if you look at the right and the left wing media, they're always making it political. They're trying to say it's over color, it's over race, it's over gender. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. It's people that are getting sick and tired of these thieves stealing it, and then they use the scapegoats and pull Houdinis on the world, trying to make us think that they're still in charge when they're not, because it's all perceived authority.
You've got a new subscriber, Wolverine. Law and Order. He's just subscribed to you, my friend.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yes, lad. I want
And I don't make no money off of YouTube.
To Wolverine Transparency, guys. He's a really good guy.
I don't subscribe. Listen to. I don't subscribe to people that are out for the money. I
Well,
subscribe.
that's what we do. We don't. I've never claimed a penny from YouTube.
It's very transparent. All you got to do is go look it up in YouTube.
You can
You
check
can go
me
look
as
my
well.
analytics up and everything. I ain't making shit.
Over a year, I've been able to get money, and I've never claimed
Hell.
1 pence.
When I do cop watches, I got a 39-gallon tank, and it cost me $115 to fill my tank up. Okay, so if I get a couple super chats every time I go out, am I making money?
That's what Ash was trying to get me to turn on my super chats, but I don't want
Hell,
to
my
do
subscribers
that
can't
either.
even pay for my gas, let alone give me a gift.
Exactly.
Shit.
Ash is a good guy, right? People take him wrong because what he does, right? He's an auditor for day one, right? But
Yeah.
he's got a banning order, so he's still got about 8 months to go. So he's been doing other people's videos. He can upload other people's as long as he adds a wee bit and it's no him that's done the filming. So, but he's been brutally honest about some of them, and a lot of them aren't liking it.
Yeah. So I'm not that kind of channel, which what you have over there, which is called Fraud Control. I'm nowhere near like that.
I think you're on about like audit the audits or something like that.
So I'm
No,
just
you're on about
auditing.
fraud or troll.
I'm not
him
even
that-
auditing the auditor. I'm just auditing that audit
Yeah. It's-
and pointing out things that I think where they're going wrong.
remember the boy that fell out with Long Island audit? The guy, you know him? I'm about, eh?
Yeah, I know him.
Him, I think people are thinking Ash is like him, but Ash was an auditor for day one. What a lot of people didn't know is Ash every month donates like 50 British pounds minimum to an auditor. And everybody's gonna go on saying you're against auditors and this and that.
And that's what they
don't
do.
know what he's doing behind the scenes, Wolverine, eh?
So the guy that is on the panel with me, okay. Okay. Bye, baby. Love you. She don't want to leave.
Who's that, your daughter, brother?
That's my granddaughter. She don't want to leave.
Oh, I've got 8 grandkids.
Hold on a second, guys.
I love
I'll be right back.
They didn't want to leave when they come either, brother. Right, what were you saying there? The guy that's on the panel, the other guy that's on with us, that's who? Are you on about him? Or were you talking about yourself when you do yours?
Okay, I'm back. All right. So what I heard the guy just say, he's not a anti-frauditor. He's just like an audit type of guy. Let me explain something to you about these frauditor watchers. Okay, over here. Number one, they can never attack me on the merits of their narrative. Their narrative is to say that I'm lying to you. So if you're going to do your homework on me, the bare minimum you can do is come up and say, you see my 3-year paralegal degree every time you look me up. Along with a record, half of it has already been expunged, and the other one, we're just waiting for the slow-ass turtle to do its job down here.
The policy about that, though, Wolverine, is see for day one, when I started my channel, I told them all my convictions and what had been done for. I didn't hide a thing. She's fell out. I'll have to bring him back. Sorry, 2 seconds.
I'm trying to understand where we're. Okay, I'm just going off of what I'm saying, right? And are you trying to take it? Are you trying to take it somewhere else, or do you want me to explain to you what it is that is behind these people that they call frauditor watchers? Because frauditor
that's what we want. That's what we were trying to talk to ourselves.
Yeah, the majority of them came from being auditors. They were unsuccessful auditors, meaning they turned into big pussies. Right. Okay, instead of standing up to the police like they were supposed to.
But they carry on, man. We ask because we've got an American friend on, so they carry on. Tor. They carry on. We ask. We've got an American friend on now, brother.
What's going on, guys?
I'm trying. Maybe there's a language barrier. I'm not.
Empty, okay. Idiot. Sorry, guys. Did you see? He just put porn up on that screen, guys.
Who just?
Tyrant, you're gonna,
channel.
you might have to go kind of remove this
Oh,
screen.
as long as you
YouTube
caught it.
will remove it.
It was only on for a second, and I
Yeah,
got it
as
right
long
off.
as you don't go past the 3-second rule, you're okay.
It wasn't 3 seconds. I deleted them straight
There's a
away. but
certain
it's him.
amount of
It's
time.
his channel.
You can if you want. You want to be safe, go ahead and
Let
make
me
it,
end it and just start again, guys.
stop it and make it private right now, and then
Right.
delete it, and then we'll go live again.
We'll start
All right,
again.
you guys have a good day, man.
You off, brother? Is he off? What do you think? Will we stop it and start again or no?
Yeah, you just need to be a bit careful who you let on, Tyrant.
It was Torb. He showed his face first. It was him, bro. I don't know. Right, so what did I do? End it. Was it on longer than 3 seconds, Vander? Let me end this and I'll restart it, guys. These 2 minutes.